Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back to the third hour here of Burning Crowns, episode 25. Let's go back into everything. So we're doing this is part 3. We're no longer doing the Garden Council, I think. Maybe we are.
I need to talk to Sulius. We literally have not spoken since I was burned to death.
Yeah, that's true. Sulius.
I want to go back into...
Nope, I have Zydomir stop you at the door.
Oh my god.
It's a private meeting.
I just think to myself, I'm like, yep, she's right.
That's
she's
fair.
So right.
Perpetual Lich. How does Perpetual Lich give you word that he knows something? He's back.
You tell me, does he appear in a puff of brimstone or hellfire and just like, here's the thing for you? Or is he like, here is a vision or a nightmare for you to digest?
Well, I feel
Does
like
he-
so I don't want to turn
guy
this back.
literally
I don't want
about
to turn
to-
this back on you. But
Is he
how
gonna
would you
fucking
prefer?
apparate in the middle of my fucking antechamber?
I would love it.
Mason's just gonna be like, I'm not summoning devils. And a fucking devil appears.
Yeah.
Do it, Mason. I fucking triple dog dare you.
It's like a
Do it.
freaking it's like one of those plant dudes from The Legend of Zelda. He just like pops out like and like hands you the thing and dances back. No.
Chinese paper horn, like.
That was a really good. Could you just like do those streamer? That was a really good one. Those like little fold out streamer things, right? It's cool. So here's what's going on. No, I think he delivers it to you in a very what's the word for just like in inconspicuous way.
Inconspicuous.
Yeah. Okay. Fair. Just in a very inconspicuous. I was thinking obsequious. I don't know. Anyways, you just like put your hand in your pocket or something like that, and there's this little journal. There's a little like notebook in there.
Oh, delightful. And I take a moment to pause. I probably like hear. I imagine I'm hearing like the whisper of a little impish voice telling me the deal is done, or like some like the pact is complete.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I like fucking I look at the door that's been shut in my face and like fuck, grumble. And I pull the book out and I start flapping through it and I start digesting this info.
Okay. Well, while we're doing that, let's go back to the Sulius and Swan in the garden.
We're not in the garden. We're in the actual council.
I'm in the garden. I'm standing outside.
We never moved the meeting outside of the garden because the ridiculous imaginary rat doesn't appear before me, and I don't care about its dire warnings of imaginary
of
threats.
you. Doesn't like you.
I don't care. Sulius. This is the first time we've spoken.
As he's like coming in, you're saying that, and he's like, I hope you're feeling better. And then like looks behind him at like her leaving and just says, I have a feeling that if you continue down that partnership, it shall end with one of you standing behind the other with a knife in hand, buried in the other's back.
Well, you know me. I always offer deals before the knives come out.
Bam.
We're
not in the fourth wall.
I know.
The character sheet slowly emerges from the bottom of the frame.
But it is like a core part of Swan. I feel like he definitely would say something like that. Sulius, you have saved my life. And I am afraid that I have failed you and Abadar in some way that is unclear to me. Without the magic of the sword, I would never have been able to make the strike that ended the chosen one of Rovagog's life. But now, it appears, despite the brand burned into my palm, the sword has no more magic left to give. Because Swan doesn't know you only enchanted it one time.
Yeah.
He thought it was a sweet magic sword.
Aurelius will like look at you and say, you are mistaken, your radiance.
The power was inside you all along.
This sword had a purpose. The power could only be released when Abadar needed you to have that power. By the sword allowing you to kill this man despite your injuries, it can be shown that the sword completed its purpose. Abadar has shown favor towards you, not a rebuttal, not a indictment.
Perhaps. I thought you were mistaken before, but I see now you and even Mason, he says, sighing and rolling his eyes, might be correct. It seems that all of the acts that I do in Abadar's service continue to take parts of me away, sacrificing what I am in his service. Whether it be the gold lung or the burned palm.
Yeah, I think like Aurelius like steps closer to Swan and like puts like a hand on his shoulder. And like as he's doing so, like the chain like swings out from like his robes. And
is this the first time the chain's been loosened? I was under the impression that for a while the chain was like choking you.
It's like attached around the neck, but the end where like it was connected up above still dangles free. Like the noose part itself is embedded in his
still pretty
neck.
noosey. Yeah.
He will say, the road that you and I walk is not an easy one. The weakness of the human body, it cannot channel the strength of the divine without being encumbered in some way. We must work ever to improve ourselves such that we can better channel Abadar's great strength. But know this, it will never be easy, your radiance. It will always cost you so much, and you must give so much more before it is over. I'm so sorry. If it could be any other way, I would have it.
I had thought perhaps it was almost over. That with the death of the Raven, the threat to humanity might be at the end.
I'm afraid it has only begun.
Well, it's going to be a long road then.
Yes, we must prepare as best we can. I believe this holy empire that we are founding may be the bulwark behind which humanity can survive. We must unite them, your radiance.
We have spoken on this matter. But that is not why I've called you here, Sulius. There is a bond that men share when one saves another's life so dramatically. That you are as a brother to me, as I have no real brother to share. I would make you, until I have one of my own, the heir to the Swan line, and induct you into my family.
I think, yeah, you see like genuine tears in Aurelius's eyes. And he like is at a loss for words at first. And he says, your radiance, you honor me. You honor me beyond anything I could have imagined.
He does a Vin Diesel where he does the handshake, but then pulls you in for the, you're my family.
Yeah.
Coronas come out.
I'll have the papers drawn up, Sulius. But you need not feel adrift in a world where you have cast yourself away from the Sertovans, for you will be a swan.
Yeah, Aurelius is like definitely just like at a loss for words, but like once the embrace is over, he like he'll be like, I will take this honor. I will make you proud, your radiance. Come, we must pray, for this is a holy moment. It must be blessed by the Lord. And then, yeah, he wants to do some praying here.
Okay. You're about to do some weird face shit, aren't you?
Yeah.
You got your,
of course.
You got your looking over obs faces.
Yeah. Man, I think Are you like what? You're not wearing like a crown or anything yet, right?
Nope.
You don't have like any sort of like circlet or anything.
Swan refuses to wear any crowns until he gets a fucking magical one.
Okay.
Maybe start antagonizing the person who can make it.
I mean, it's not clear to me that you can make magic crowns because I said make me a magic crown and you said no. So.
That's
Yeah, I said no. I didn't say I can't.
I mean, that's Swan's interpretation.
I'm not really seeing anything that would be like appropriate for like what this prayer would be about. So I think it's just like I'm not going to roll any faith. I think it's just like a prayer, like blessing this union, essentially.
So I have a question.
Families.
I have a question for you, Sam,
Mm-hmm.
about the faith. When you were initially made the prophet Aurelius, Demetrius died because no prophet must maintain the ties to family. They must be separate, as it were, uniquely wed to Abadar. Now, when you get offered this, though you may want it, is this wrong?
So here's the thing. Here's the distinction. Is actually it wasn't that being the prophet meant that he needed to give up his name. It was specifically that the church believed that Demetrius himself was too tied to the house, Sertova,
Yep.
right? And so what he would see, what Aurelius would see this being is he's essentially being told that it's part of the theocracy, right? It's like if the chosen one shall die, the chosen one has said that the prophet shall rule in his stead. That's how Aurelius would see this.
Yeah.
All right, very cool.
Bros now. Emperor Bros. It's a thing.
So I take it then that the chance that this goes over badly with the church is not lost on him. He just doesn't care in the moment.
Correct.
Cool.
Yeah, and he's willing to, he's willing to take that risk. Like he's willing, like he cares about this theocracy, and if there's no chosen one, he believes that in the theocracy that would mean the prophet would be the next most right person to rule.
Makes sense.
So as part of the prayer, Ronald's probably going to say something like, and Abadar, I would ask that in your guidance, you help Sulius and the church bring about the theocratic governance that you wish. And then as the prayer is ending and he's standing up, Ronald will say, Sulius, I realize that this is something that you must do, but if you need my help, I will be there to help convince this new council of clerics, this senatorium.
I would greatly appreciate that, Your Radiance. And I think
expect. As we're going out, I expect it will be a scene that will be remembered throughout history. Actually, it seems like everything we do around here lately is making history. Have we opened the door and it's just Mason still screaming outside and scene?
No, it's Mason reading a book, and I still and when you open the door, they come back in because unfinished business and interruptions.
I feel like we're on our way out. Mason, walk with me. It looks like you have something to say.
Yeah,
something to say. Have you, Master Mason?
If you're
in a good mood.
If it pleases you, Your Radiance, I have business to attend to. I would take my leave.
Call upon me when you need me.
Yeah, I'll head out to go. I have a bunch of people I'm supposed to be finding, so.
As you leave, I remember I bait your belief by saying, don't be late to our game. You busy person.
Sure.
Cool.
All right, Ronald. What do you want?
Speaking of being busy, Mason, I spend most of my days mired in paperwork and talking to people. What exactly is it that you do?
Prepare for the end of the world. Mostly.
Yeah, I'm doing that too.
But sometimes, sometimes
seems like
it's
you spend
Tuesday.
a lot more time drinking.
Oof.
That's meaningless words coming from you.
Is it though?
Yeah, when I found you, you were nothing but a wine-besotted drunk, and you have nary, like, a fraction of the worries I have. I can stop anytime I want.
I feel like Swan is in direct opposition to this. I was not a wine-besotted drunk. Clearly, I could stop anytime I wanted to, because I did.
Yes, so shall I.
So,
so what deal did you make?
With whom?
Can we interrupt the scene real quick?
Yep.
Because I feel like this might have. I'm not sure, Mason. Because I think you there's something that you're chewing on. I think maybe from reading that book that needs to be brought up.
Oh, awesome! Let's hear it.
Okay, so like, here's a big shocker that you're chewing on.
Mm-hmm.
The Rogarvian bloodline isn't a human bloodline.
It's a dragon.
It's a dragon.
I
The
mean,
blood.
that's not a shocker.
Oh.
Pretty much everyone saw that coming the whole time.
Yeah, I know, but that's
that
fine,
is a
but
major in-world
but-
shocker.
in real world though.
Yeah, that is a major shocker. Okay.
I mean, I'm pretty sure Swan had some inklings.
So like what you were doing, looking up the last, looking up the what happened with the last dragon, you see that this is you see a family tree.
The
It's
last
like what you
dragon's
get.
name was Chorgol.
These
Oh
are
my
all
God.
these are all dragons.
Oh god. And so stop me here.
These are all not
So-
people. These are all names of dragons.
Ending with I'm guessing Urson, the last Rogarvian who
Yeah.
vanished.
Yeah.
And there is no mention of Noleski or Natala Sotova.
No.
Yeah, this is hella heavy.
Yeah.
Let me.
So,
change the
anyways,
connotation here.
I didn't want I just wanted to float that because I feel like you might have a different thing going on in your head when you want to
Yes.
talk to Ron Swan. Anyways, I'm done. Back to you guys.
Yes, thank you. Mason looks hella absent. Okay, so yeah, but they do manage to like pull themselves from their stupor, but you can visibly see them being like, I'm working with something in my mind. As you ask, like, what do you spend your time doing? I'm like, I'm saving the world.
You want to know what deals I've been making, Mason? What deals
Yes.
have you been making with devils?
I don't speak
Demons
to
and
devils.
things. I feel like that is absolutely a falsehood test.
I mean, I've seen devils before, but I've spoken to them, I guess, but I don't make deals.
This is the first time Swan has heard this admission, and I think he's like, record screech.
Okay, so
This is that moment where Swan's like, "Wow, gonna
Need a
murder
moment?
you."
oh right, so I look
that
at you, I'm
that
like,
that come again gif, right? That
yeah. Oh, let me explain. When I was a young apprentice, an acolyte under my master.
When I was a young boy.
Exactly.
I was a young boy. My master took me. No, sorry.
When I was a
got
young
this.
acolyte studying with my master, he took me into a room where they had trapped a certain malefic creature. The creature had been, you wouldn't know of him, of course. My order has been keeping most of his presence secret, but you will be aware of the calamities this creature has caused throughout time if you're familiar with local history. Earthquakes, volcanic eruptions, plagues. My order caught the creature, though they did not possess the means to kill it. They trapped the creature, and I once saw and spoke to it.
So
It
this is
taught
the
me a great
only
deal.
devil that. Wait, you've learned directly from devils.
No, this is the creature that taught me to be wary around their kind. Even as it looked on me, I could feel its presence. A mind beyond my comprehension working to think, how could it best use me? That's why I resolved to never let myself be used by anyone.
I just want to suggest a falsehood test because you're still talking around the point that you have spoken with devils.
No, I'm not. Not at all.
Swan asked you if you talked to any devils, and you literally started.
Yeah,
speaking to them.
I totally opened up. I told you I have.
And then in character, I said, "So you've talked to devils," and you said no.
Oh, in character, I'm telling you this, so I'm saying yes.
Right. In character, I said, "So you talked to devils," and you replied no.
Well, then they hedged, right?
Yeah.
Hedging is still a falsehood test. You're trying to hide something.
No, I am not. I mean, I as the player, I don't care, right? But like Mason is thinking you're not. What?
I'm sorry, just cut to Mason at a White House press conference.
Yeah.
On the stand with the seal of the
God.
United States about. Sorry. Anyways.
Yeah. So
Continue.
I looked to you. I'm like, yeah, I have spoken to devils, as I said. I will probably speak to more in the future. There are so many creatures.
You can understand why this is a problem, Mason.
No, why?
To speak with devils.
Yes, why?
For the exact reason you've already stated. They are trying to teach you things and put you down a specific path. Everything they say leads to your ultimate doom and destruction.
None of what
Even
you
if
say.
you can't see it, everything they say to you is an arrow fired from hell towards your eternal doom.
There are many creatures that would manipulate and strive to guide me towards my doom in this world. Devils not being the chiefest nor the most prevalent among them. I do not fear devils any more than I fear any other creature of the other planes. Devils just happens to be one that is close to heart, as your ex wanted me to conjure one, the bitch. Sorry, we got off track for a moment. What did you talk about? What did she want?
I feel like you aren't nearly afraid enough of death, Mason.
Death is boring, and namely only the beginning. There is so much more beyond death. If I was scared of death, I would have killed myself for this burden I carry.
That sounds like some Tar Buffon talk to me.
Do you even know who Tar Buffon is? Let me tell you a story of Tar Buffon.
I just stop you right there. I'm like, yes, I know who Tar Buffon is.
I see you know something then. Look, Ronald, we're getting off track. What did you discuss that you wanted me to be omitted from? If you really don't want me to know, then fine, but I will not be able to advise you on it.
Political matters resolving the future of Brevish to Pitaxian relations.
So when are we gonna kill them?
Which side?
I squint at you. I'm like, what do you mean, what side?
I'm still not sure which side you were on.
I have saved your lives. I have saved your life more than once. You should be in no doubt what side I'm on.
I remember maybe one time, but I also remember you setting me on fire, Mason, so I really wouldn't play that card.
We've talked about
you want
this.
that card to be set on fire.
We have talked about this before. You know as well as I do that you jumped through that because you're a fool.
You summoned fire in a crowded environment because you are the fool.
Enough about this. You know this argument is over and you have lost it.
You are not going to control the tempo of our conversations, Mason. That is not any part of any agreement we've ever had.
No, but as you said, what do I do? Here. I'm busy. Now,
so turns and leaves.
Ronald, stop.
Is that a command?
By the yeah.
Okay. Or no, I mean, if you grab him, it's actually...
Yeah.
I'll leave it to AP.
I mean,
what
I feel like this is going to end very poorly for you.
Who are we going to kill? Are we going to kill them?
There's a knock. There's a rap on your chamber door.
Mason, please get your hand off of me.
You know, if Suzidemir would let someone knock on the door, it's probably important.
I relinquish you.
Relinquish.
We really need to talk because there's really important stuff happening, and if you don't address it...
Oh, really, Mason? There's very important things happening. I'm glad you informed me of that. When there is a target to move the armies out for, I will let you know, General. Until that time, you might do well to actually prepare our men for combat at any point.
That is not my duty.
It is the duty of any general to prepare their men for combat. But even more importantly, even if you don't believe that, you are my liaison officer to the Ironclaw Company, are you not? You have set
the Ironclaw Company and I have a better rapport than you understand. There is no need to worry about
I don't
Avon.
care about any of that, Mason. What I care is to prepare the feeding, the care, and 1,500 men for battle against horrible, evil monsters that live in a forest. And if you are prepared to do that, then I will see to it myself. Now, if you'll excuse me,
we will deal with the
business.
supplies. We will deal with the supplies later.
Eric?
So, a page, humbly comes in, head down, and says, Marquis Swan and company, I'm here on behalf of Regent Soleski, he's like really, really, really timid because you guys were like arguing, and, you know, and he's like the kid, right?
What's her name, boy?
Well, but while you're saying that, he continues his like thing. He's clearly had to memorize before
like
talking to you.
I'm putting my hand on his head, and I'm like, "What is your name?" Child?
He like recoils when you try to touch him, and he says, "I'm really sorry to announce this, but the dinner and party in your honors for the." And he's like stammering for the words again. The like he's forgot the stuff because you got close to him. Now he's remembering the words, right? The charter festival has been canceled, and he bows and.
Before
I'm sorry.
You go,
the king.
You know the difference between canceled and postponed.
He looks at you and says,
"You are very unprepared as a messenger.
He can't
return
read.
To whoever you are serving and make it known that."
Sir, I was only told to remember that and say that to you. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Please, I'm so sorry.
So you can talk in coherent sentences. Return to whoever it is you serve and get remedial tutelage immediately.
Yes, of course, at once. Why must you hound everyone?
Because I expect better out of everyone, Mason.
In that case, do you want to know what we have to say?
Yeah.
That's a good point. All right. Mason, what do you have to say to me? And if it's about saving my life again, I'm going to close this door in your face.
I assume from what you've said that you have not made the deal to kill off the other party.
Which other party? There's so many parties involved in this negotiation.
The party that is responsible for colonizing the lands of Pitax that belong to our ally.
There are so many parties involved in that now. And the actual party we're supposed to be going to isn't happening.
If I understand correctly, it is just like one group, like the one of like the one we represent, that is being sent to deal with her lands.
I mentioned there were two different groups going there to Noman Heights and some of the places.
Like, there's okay, so to give you an idea, so you guys went to the Greenbelt, but there's 3 other locations that people have gone to. There's the Noman Heights, the Slough, and the Glenabon Uplands.
All right, so there's 3 sub-colonies that are all going to be setting up in Pitaxian lands?
No.
So here,
the ones that are interfering in the Pitaxian lands are the Glenabon Uplands.
Okay, so just one of
them, yes, correct. So it's clear.
That is the one. That is the party I speak of.
I'm not gonna flash to the map, but if you imagine, there's like sticking out from south of Brevoy, there's like if you just put 4 fingers down, it's like 1, 2, 3, and 4. You are 2, they are 1, and then 3 and 4 to your right.
Yeah.
Okay, just think of it that way.
All right. Those people are our competition. When they trespass on Pitax lands, we should have our ally mercilessly slaughter them, because they will not be there as vassals of Brevoy. They will be there as independent settlers.
That's great, except we need our ally with us.
But she doesn't need her subjects with her.
All right, Eric, I want to jump to you for this.
Sure.
I mean, canonically in my head, Iravetti is like the ironclad ruler of Pitax, and it makes everyone pop metal her artwork and all that stuff. But like, there is no 2 army. All right, well then you tell me how this works. Like,
sure.
Does she's sending her personal company of like military with her? And that's a city-state. Like, is this the only major military unit she has? Or does she
No. This is just what she's willing to part with the money. No, they have a standing army.
Yeah. So tell Iravetti. Send her people to kill them.
So like
it will make it so much easier to absorb later on.
Yeah. So AP, you and I both know, like normally it's like gauche stuff, like art and stuff like that. Instead, it's the opposite. This is like functional Renaissance, like in full bloom.
All right, so you're completely inverting the entirety of Pitax. All right.
Yeah, they are like modernizing.
Instead of being a backwards place of repressed religious minorities, it's apparently instead a land of wonderful Renaissance art and military-industrial complex.
Yeah, ruled by an extremely ambitious female leader.
Okay.
Irivetti is bloodthirsty, and she doesn't take these slights well. If you show her that you're willing to commit to being her ally by just saying she should kill your countrymen, whom, let's be honest, we don't care about, you will show commitment, and you will lower her guard for when we eventually annex Pitax.
I'll tell you what, Mason, since you seem so dead set on spilling the blood of others.
I am not. I wouldn't.
You literally just counseled me to allow the murder of thousands.
I couldn't. I don't have the stomach for murder.
Well, that's fantastic. Didn't you try to set me on fire?
No.
Mason, I want you to listen to me extremely clearly. I do care about the future of Brevoy and these other colonies.
I expected you to.
And that is why I'm not going to tell Irivetti to go out there and shoot them all to death. If this is something you wish to do independently, and without my knowledge, you may do so personally. Do you understand what I'm saying? If this matters to you, you can go talk to Irivetti about it.
Yeah. I squinted you. I'm like, I think I get what you're saying. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Are you saying you wish to...
No, that's
you
not
will disavow any knowledge of my actions? Is that what you're saying?
I mean, no.
Oh, that's definitely what I thought you were saying.
No. Ronald actually does want these to succeed, but has noticed that the sorcerer and the industrialist have a very strange relationship together, and is tired of this conversation and knows Mason will do it anyway. And if Mason is ordered to do it and does it anyway, then she just gets used to following Ronald's orders, which is something we could use more of.
So what's your argument here? Because
my
if you
argument
don't
here is, if you're going to do it anyway, go do it with my plausible, deniable blessing.
Okay, that means no then.
Ronald's answer is no, but if you're going to go do it anyway...
Yeah, so they're not, right? They're remember what we laid out like immediately. Mason is an advisor, and their primary mode of talking to you is rhetorical, right? They're being like, here is a concept, think on that concept.
But this is what Ronald is saying. Ronald is saying, we're not going to do that on a human level. And if you want to do it personally in your own time, that's something you can go do. If you wish to order the death of thousands of your countrymen, Mason, I encourage you to do it on your own. And yes, I'm being extremely sarcastic right now.
I understand. All right, so we won't be doing that. Next item on the agenda.
Well, I won't be doing that. Who knows what you'll be doing?
I will inform you what I'm doing. Now, warship. Yes, the warships. Yes. Not the warship. The warships.
You know, the Pinta and the Santa Maria. That's canon.
Yeah.
Just because you keep saying it doesn't make it true.
What are the names of the ships,
Roger
then,
Ailes.
Eric?
I suggest you send a missive to Mivon immediately.
And what would that missive be?
That your ships will be coming through. They will recognize recognize Brevoy warships in their rivers when you sail them up near the lake by the Nile marshes.
You bring up an interesting point, Mason.
Make sure they have safe passage. And I when you say that, I look to you, I'm like, you can see in my face, I'm like, I always make salient points. You should listen more. Right? Like, that's the face I'm sending you.
Yeah, but Swan isn't looking at you. He's bored with this conversation. And is already thinking about how he's going to... Like, this is the moment where he's like, I'm just going to buy Mivin. That's what's happening right now. He's literally just like, you're like, you should go for safe passage. And he's just like, what if I just buy everyone in Mivin?
The Mivanese have a martial tradition. You won't be able to buy them off with coin.
He's not saying it out loud. No,
I'm reading it on you.
I feel like you're gonna have to make a roll to have that.
No, I don't.
No, you wouldn't. That's a high level politicky thing. But yeah, no, they would never.
I will learn aura reading at some point.
Yeah, no. They wouldn't even submit to Quarrel the Conqueror.
Exactly. But yeah, I'm also distracted by this dragon thing. So when you say that and when you look like you're done, I'm like, that is all Count Swan. Sorry, Marquis Swan is it now? Congratulations.
Yes, I was thinking of naming it the county. Well, technically one day it would be a duchy. Let's just call it the whatever of the Golden Dragon. I have dragons on my mind so much lately. Did you ever look into that dragon research I asked you to do?
I did.
10 episodes ago.
Yes. Well,
how's that been going?
Very well. I think I'm close to a breakthrough.
Dragons. Do you think there are any around that I could convince to let me fly on their back?
I'm not sure that's a good idea. I suggest you take my advice on this like you would on any matter of the supernatural, naturally, and divest your thoughts of ideas of climbing on the backs of dragons, at least until I say differently.
I would like to make a deal with dragons, at least. It's a pretty sweet thing that Trogl had going for him, having some red dragons show up and burn people to the ground. I'd like to get somewhere near that level of situation.
If you will continue to support what I'm doing, I might be able to get you in contact with a dragon. I'm actually looking for one.
Oh boy.
Swan is gonna turn to look at you and like give you the no bullshit face. Like, I'm confused what direction you're going in right now, Mason. First it's all devils this, demons that, summoning and arcana, but now you're talking about dragons. And unlike the rest of that bullshit, dragons are real creatures that we can walk and go talk to without needing to prick our finger and stuff things into a bowl and set it on fire.
I will try my best to alleviate your confusion.
No,
I am not aware of any other members of my order alive. If there are, I would welcome them, but I'm not aware. Thus, I now stand responsible for basically anything supernatural in Brevoy. It's a bit daunting, but I've not forgotten my responsibility to you. It just so happens that the research you've asked me to do is leading me on the trail of dragons. I need to find one and speak to one, ideally, if there is any hope for your future as the Emperor of the South.
I think that's the first time you've actually said that out loud.
Well, your plan was pretty easy to see through when you initially proposed it. I could basically read between the lines what you had omitted.
You say it out loud. I mean, we've been saying it out loud for a while now. Here's the thing, Mason. You're saying that you are the supreme authority on the supernatural.
I'm not.
If you want that to be true, then something must be done about this devil summoner from Cheliax.
That is what I wanted to talk to you about, but I had come to be of the impression that you wouldn't broach the subject since it dealt with your ex-paramour.
All right. You know how moments ago you thought I was telling you to do something under the table? I want to be extremely explicit with this command. Something must be done about him.
I don't take commands.
Very well. How about a suggestion? Devil summoning for the queen or for anyone is not something I can allow. And so one way or another, something will be done about this man. And so if you value your senpai, then you will need to divert his course or his location.
I will speak to him about it. I will try to be subtle. What I would suggest that you do...
I think Swan just starts laughing hysterically. We'll try to be subtle. Swan's just like, oh, God. Oh.
Look, don't hate me, Ronald. I have not had the courtroom dance practice you have.
I wonder what's going to happen when that tower is on fire.
I'll let you know.
That subtlety.
Look, what I would need from you is I need you to be committed to deal with it if I can't dissuade him.
And what does that mean exactly?
It means being willing to either drop it and let things happen as they happen, or it means being willing to put yourself and every effort you have towards seeing this thing through.
Mason,
because unlike what you have been taught around the hearth of your house, you will not slay a sorcerer with the simple ease and gallantry of your predecessors. That is not happening.
Swan is just like, no. If you want to deal with a sorcerer, you send a sorcerer to deal with it. One who is pledged to protect Brevoy from such threats. And so one way or another, Mason, either you're going to deal with it, or you're not. And that's going to prove your intent here.
You are playing totally into my belief right now. Mason looks to you as you say that, and they nod, like solemnly, like, yeah.
I mean, I want to be clear that you're like, this is Swan being like, you're responsible for this man's life. One way or another, he's leaving the country or he's dying. And it's going to be by your hand or it's going to be by mine. And my level of trustworthiness for you is going to go way down if I have to shoot him in the face with a crossbow.
So what Mason is communicating to you is that if you're saying it's going to, like when you say it's going to be by my hand, is that you can't do it. Right? You straight up can't. It's not that you're not allowed to, you're not capable of doing it.
I mean, that's not the point Swan's trying to get across. He's saying
no, that's what they're countering with.
All right, Swan is literally saying you are the one who has told me that you are responsible for the supernatural in Breathway.
Yes.
He is the supernatural. You believe that I can't do this. Don't make me show you how it's done.
I am responsible. You're right. I will go and deal with this as best as I'm able.
Swan pulls out a set of lenses he's had crafted and says, "Deal with it, Mason."
On them.
So yeah, I take I say my farewells, and I'm like, yeah, I'll go and deal with this in due time.
Swan turns to look in a mirror and is just like, if only we could magically levitate these lenses up and down. Fantastic.
So
I can do that.
So here's what I want to do next. Both of you receive this information.
Yeah.
I want you to tell me how you do it and what you do to how you respond to it.
The fact that we're not having a party time?
No.
Oh, it's a new piece.
This is on the curtails of that, because this is.
All right.
It doesn't take you long for you guys to know this, both of you. Once I explain it, it'll make more sense. Queen got hurt trying to do some magic.
Oh dear.
I want to be clear here. This is like something the court openly knows.
No.
This is very hush.
You just know that the queen is. You hear that the queen is sick.
Okay.
Your suspicions jump
Is
to
it
this.
my
to this.
Right.
Mason. Your suspicions jump to this as well.
I get the subtext of what the speech says. Okay. So I guess I'm not leaving you, Swan. I guess we get this message, and I look to you, and I'm like, I wouldn't know where to start. I won't do this if you still love her.
Swan's gonna go see her. Plus,
Then
if
I
she's
follow.
sick, she'll have lower dice, right? So easier difficulty to talk to her. Now that I don't have a lot of persona, it's the perfect time.
Perhaps.
Oh God, Eric, why say that? Why ruin my night? All right,
So,
let's just go.
Ronald, you should steel yourself. If she's been hurt doing magic, you could be...
I'm just like, wait, what? She's sick.
Ronald, please, subtext, for goodness sake.
Yeah.
If she has been hurt... If she has been hurt doing magic...
That's a suspicious mind that you have.
I look to you, I'm like, no duh!
Have you met me?
Yeah, have we met? Hello, my name is Mason. We met when you put
Everything is a
a sword to my
conspiracy.
neck.
Yeah.
My idiom is secrets.
So
as Ronald is walking forward, he's just gonna non-ironically say, I find it hard to believe that with you spending all of your time with that devil summoner, learning about dragons, that the queen has somehow had time to become a magician sorcerer.
No, it's probably worse than that.
I don't know what that means.
She's probably struck a bargain with something beyond her control.
Well, that's really incredibly dumb.
Yes.
And I'm probably like gesturing for guards to get the hell out of my way as I'm moving to go see the queen, if she will allow it.
Just be ready for whatever. You could be walking in on anything.
I'm probably having someone summon up some chicken soup to bring with me.
yeah.
Are we gonna go right into that scene, or because I have a couple things to do as well at some point?
No, let's. I'm gonna leave it at this. We'll see. You're not permitted to see her.
Oh.
By the regent. No one is. Yeah, no one is.
I mean, I'd like to.
She is resting, is what they say.
I would like to talk to Noleski.
Sure. He is furious. I imagine they're in front of the Dragon Scale throne.
Yeah.
All right.
Sure.
I mean, I feel like we get a very quick montage
Yeah.
of us talking to people. Boop, 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 and now we're in front of the throne.
Yeah. And,
Little whoosh sound every time it cuts sideways.
Crazy Sunday.
You can't see her, is what he says as soon as you come in. Don't even bother asking. Is what he says.
Oh God, that's actually a command from someone that I owe loyalty to. That's rough.
Yeah, I know. That's why I started with it, because I want to see what you're gonna do.
I tag in for you, reading that on you. I'm like, oh shit. Well, let me tag in. I don't know this guy's shit.
Fuck. This is going to be horrible. All right, go ahead.
Your Grace, she could be grievously hurt. You would be wise to allow me to inspect it, and I would prefer the company of Ronald. Mason totally says the Marquis Swan and not Ronald.
All right, good. I was about to be like, that's going to be a problem.
I just want to make sure of something real quick. Have Mason and the Regent interacted since she barged into his room?
Nope. Not since he mistook me for a prostitute, no.
Yeah.
Oh.
That you disappeared off of
and I disapparated from his room.
Disapparated.
Well, obviously he can't reveal that, I think, in court the way this is right now, so he just has to play it cool, right? In that sort of way, but he knows that you know, right?
Yeah. And I hope that he realizes too that, like, I have Gandalf this guy now. Hopefully he knows.
He knows that you probably have a way into the room, right?
Well, no, right? I can apparate there if I want to. The point is, like, I'm a sorcerer, bitch. You pay attention.
I know, and he says that she's being cared after by someone with as many as the. What does he say subtly that the Chilaxian guy's helping her?
Yeah, I understand.
But whatever he says is a very subtle thing, like the best skills of the realm are assisting her, right? But the subtext is that, right?
I don't know that Ronald would get this subtext, so I guess he's looking at Mason to explain it.
I basically lean into you and like speak in a low voice that won't reach the throne, and like he's referring to the Chilaxian. Grace, we should merely wish to add our expertise to the person already tending to her. Surely you want the best for your sweet sister.
It is said that it is good for those in convalescence to be cared for by loved ones.
That's up to
you. Busy running the kingdom, I would go in your stead, my liege, and help comfort your sister that she might grow healthier.
The doctor has said explicitly no visitors. She's resting, from what I understood.
I'm looking at Mason and I'm just like, the doctor, that's the Chilaxian, right?
Yeah.
I nod. I'm like,
if he
subtly,
my
like,
lord, do we truly allow foreigners to care for the queen now when we have a brevish doctor right here?
Her symptoms. He says her symptoms are acute.
What does that even mean?
I would say go ask the doctor himself, but I'm afraid that I can't. I won't be responsible for whatever the doctor does to you should you interrupt him.
Approach you privately.
No, you may not. What you wish to be said can be said in front here in court.
Your Grace. Oh, yeah, go on, Run.
As in, like, don't push me on this, is when he says that, right?
I feel like this is the moment to push it.
Push it to the limit.
I don't know. Is there...
Let's walk on the razor's edge.
He's saying, like, drop it. That's what that's what he's telling you without telling you, like, more subtext, nobility, etiquette.
But Ronald is trying to subtext, like, this guy might actually be causing all of the problems.
Yeah. Okay.
I mean, does he do anything when Ronald gives him a significant PC glance?
Right. You can insist to see her, right? Like, you can do this.
So what I'll say to him, I will be throwing my persuasion at this guy now to do my best.
Oh, fuck. All right. Well,
yeah.
So just like Mason is going to make their effort, and what I'm going to do is I'm basically going to say to him, if she's resting right now, we ask merely to be in her presence. We will observe the symptoms, see if there's anything we can add. We won't speak to her or disturb her. It will only do her good.
All right, fucking try to persuade the regent of Brevoy.
Yep.
Yeah, no problem.
Yeah, this kid, screw him.
Yeah,
man.
he's a child. He can't have that many life paths. Plus, T'Challa does all the work, so it's not like he's making rolls for anything.
All right, let's do this.
Consequence of failure.
Yes.
You are rebuked, and
that makes sense to me.
The king says, "I denounce you."
No, I mean, no. It's just that he publicly rebukes you and says, no one can see her. Like, and like we'll like yell, right? And like it'd be one of those times when like we zoom outside, and we used to see it from the windows. You hear it like, no one is seeing my sister, right?
Let me ask you, Daniel, real talk. Do you have any chance of passing this?
I do. I am going to fork the hell out of this thing.
Don't look down. Just have your head.
I have 2 persuasion aid die if you ask for help from me, and I feel like
I would love to. I feel like you're helping me, and I would take your help if you're offering it.
Yeah, I'll do that.
All right. So I am. I'm going to use persuasion. I'm going to fork sorcery because I'm leveraging that angle. I am going to take advantage for my reputation of being a sorcerer. If you will give it to me, Eric.
Yeah.
I think you might need one or the other of those.
So
like, how does the sorcery help you twice, right?
I feel like what I'm saying is like this might like I'm saying basically I'm Gandalf the Grey. I could help. Because this might be sorcery, this might be bad for her, and then the fact that he knows that to be true helps me.
Yeah. So exactly. Yeah. So that's my logic. My logic was 1, I know this is a magical thing, whether or not you're saying it to me or not. 2, I can get in that room anyways. Is like is also the thing.
Yeah.
That was the distinguishing factor between 1 die and 2 in my mind. So that's why I was letting it play out.
I would also like to fork inconspicuous for basically suggesting that we'll be like quiet as a mouse. We'll just be in and observe and be out. Like it will bother literally no one, especially not your sister.
Yeah. Okay.
I am going to fork haggling because I am haggling with the dude right now.
No, it's not about money though.
I never get haggling, buddy. Don't even.
That's okay. I tried it. I'm going to fork etiquette because I'm addressing the king.
Yes.
I am going to fork astrology because I can. And I am going to, let's say, do I have anything else? No, I think I'm out of options.
Okay.
This should be pretty easy for you then, eh?
That's pretty good,
man.
man.
And then I take 2 extra dice from the good Count Swan assisting me. So let's do this. Let's save Count Swan's paramour. The obstacle was what, 4?
I mean, it's hard to tell who my paramour is anymore. Yeah. Chat's already shit me with Iravetti and Aurelius this episode.
Here we go.
Got it.
Whew.
You got a 1 though for your last die.
I did. Let's open that.
So now clarify this for me. Does that 6? Is that 6 though? Okay, so it's
just a 1. It stops.
Okay.
It doesn't turn into more successes, right?
No, it doesn't. It just prevents it from.
It triages it. It triages it from being super bad.
Well, so my question is, on the second roll, is 1 then still bad and 6 still good, or?
Yeah, you just count the successes.
The
the first 1 subtracts a success, but then I rolled a 6, so we add a success, and then I roll that again, which
that's not how it works. Doesn't work that way. If you roll a 1, you roll again. If you roll a 1 again, you subtract success.
Okay, so I'm way over margin.
Yeah.
So I'm going to use my leftover here to be like extremely proper and smooth about this.
For the first time
basically,
in history.
Yeah, and Noleski and I have like this
that training.
Like Noleski and I have a bad training. Noleski and I had a bad run-in before. I want to if you will allow it, I want to use this 1 success to be kind of smooth it over, not entirely, but be like, look, dude, we talked earlier. You know you need me now. Let me go in.
Yeah. Yeah, but is that said? How is that said to him?
Basically by what I said before, right? I'm like,
fine.
Conversation.
I think here's something that you see, and maybe we see actually. If you're close to him or something, he's going to grab you and bring you him close to him and be like, save her, whatever it takes.
Motherfucker, Eric, I asked you if I could approach this guy to talk privately, and you said no.
Well, yeah, because he knows you can't help her.
You motherfucker.
You know what this looks like? This looks like the way we see this is as Mason is speaking and as Swan is helping. Mason is taking the plunge, right, and slowly approaching the throne and walking up the steps with every word they're saying, and just they would approach a wild animal, and his response is to grab her and be like, "Help." So,
no, he says that to you in a way that no one. Maybe I don't know if you want to hear it. You might be able to since you're close enough. But he says it in a very he's staring at you with his eye, just staring into your soul kind of eyes, being like, his sister's life is the most important thing, kind of thing,
getcha.
saying save her. Like that's
And-
that's the level of severity he's saying that to you, right? And he knows he's powerless to like do anything in the situation.
I'm wondering in this moment when I look at him, do I realize that he realizes he is actually not the regent? Right, because I just read the book that says he's not of the royal line.
I don't see how there's anything that could give away in that moment,
Right.
but he does know that he loves his sister more than anything.
That's
not romantically,
important to
just
me.
like I want to be very clear. It's not romantic. It's just he loves his sister.
All right, let's do this. So I nod to him of being like, I promise to help her. I will help her, and that's true because I initially promised to help her. Yeah. So I look to Swan. I'm like, I gesture like, come on, let's go.
Oh, am I actually included in this?
Yeah, hell yeah, you helped.
Yeah,
me,
you're the helper, so you get to come with them.
I helped, but I thought it was to get Mason in the room.
You're bound to the consequences. You get to go help
that's
if you
fine.
want.
I'll go. I mean, I totally want to go help, but I didn't think I would be allowed. I thought we were just sending the sorcerer in. No, for sure. Man, it's too bad I don't have a crossbow on my character sheet.
Is there any way I can get a scene in here between this? Because right now I think I'm looking at 0 Artha for the game.
Holy shit! Yeah.
So
Yeah.
We've been sidetracked so hard this episode.
Yeah. Sidetrack Central.
That's good. I might get like a fate or two for like talking about my beliefs, but I haven't really fought for much so far. But yeah, either way.
No, we gotta you gotta recruit people.
Correct.
I mean, we can just
I mean, if there's
montage
we
that,
know
right?
We're good at this.
Yeah,
show,
I mean, I have like a couple different circles roles to make. Like, we can just like montage that as like Aurelius writing a bunch of letters if we want.
Sure.
Cool.
Right. Or okay.
There is no need to painstakingly craft a scene for every test we make in the game.
Yeah.
Right.
Are you? But here's a question. So, like, you're describing it as you're writing letters to like the iterate knights, or are you talking about?
So they're.
Are you out there in the fucking streets?
There are
preaching?
3 different things that I was like hoping to do at some point in regards to the different beliefs. So, one, I need to either write or like meet with somebody who is a good writer. I was hoping to circles up like a Geoffrey Chaucer-esque character.
Oh.
You don't need to.
Okay.
The reason for that, unless you really want to push for it, I feel like Count Ronald Swan could help you out with that. He has the Bard network.
He has so he could just use one of the bards who has.
You could just exactly. So whether or not that equates to an advantage to the circle die, or you can just have him, is up to.
I think that would be an advantage for the circle die. Probably.
Would Ronald Swan permit you to have that? And we can just assume that was brought up in the council meeting, and we can move forward.
It's a playwright. If you fail the circles test, he will make it flamboyant and.
So you have him. So then you have him. So what the Chaucer-esque bard? What do you want from them?
So I need to have a scene to convince them to teach me. So that might be something we do later. But then the other circles, there's also, I was hoping to like, write like an edict to get so
be it so known we are recruiting people.
Right. And then the other one was, hopefully a circles role to find, essentially the head of the union so that Swan can have a meeting to get them on board. Right. For the people that we want to bring. The administrators and everything, and the craftsmen.
Okay. That's interesting. I feel like if you might have to... Okay, that's good.
I mean, if circles is not like the right way to go about it, I was just basing it off of what Swan did to attempt to get those noblemen on board.
No, the latter one is circles. So the first one sounds like you're trying to persuade the guy to teach you, but the second one would be circles. So let's just hammer those out real quick. So you're persuading, I don't have a name offhand, but
should I generate one?
Story Games Names Project.
Oh, nice.
Russian. Oh, whoa. These are not Russian.
As a quick side note to our viewing audience, I have opened rhetoric. As of my last rhetoric test.
Nice. Ooh, I like that name. Gavril. Gavril
Stetfin.
Yeah.
No.
Okay.
All right.
So, no. Gavril Zubov.
Really?
That's awesome.
And this is a guy who's shooting down Nina Pinta and Santa Maria. All right. We'll go with it.
Yeah, so
The voice.
Since we don't want to have a scene, since we want to like just sort of like montage it.
Yeah.
I think like we like see this like montage of just sort of like the prophet just like kind of showing up at this guy's house. And I'm imagining it very much being like if like
a brothel.
the Pope, yeah, like the Pope just like showing up to like just like a seedy like bullshit brothel and being like, the Lord needs you. Jesus needs you now. I need your help.
The Pope in a brothel. Are you sure you're not Aurelius Sextus?
It's a sex joke.
So yeah, I'm definitely hoping to convince this guy that he needs to follow us, or he needs to help me, so that I can save his mortal soul.
Sure. He holds out his hand.
Oh yeah, he just wants me to pay him.
Yeah.
Isn't he already on Swan's payroll?
Yeah, but this is extra. So he probably says something like that, right? It says like, "This is outside the scope of me contract."
That's pretty reasonable, actually.
Yeah, I mean it really is.
I got no problem helping you, Pope. I just say Pope, but there's ain't no problem helping you. But you know, he probably quotes something about the a word, like a line from, you know, like a really, really classic Abadarian thing, being like, if you're good at something, never do it for free. Right?
Yeah, I mean, I think that's like pretty hard for Aurelius to argue with. The only thing I'm hoping I can do is maybe use a forking or a linked suasion test here to get him to like lower, basically to give me like a bonus. Essentially, fictionally, it would be like getting him to, you know, lower his fee of service a little bit because he's working for the church. But if this is not the type of guy that's possible for, that's
this is not the type of guy that's worth it for.
All right,
he just wants cash.
Cool.
Money is what he wants.
What kind of obstacle am I looking at for this then?
I mean, like a salary's wage would probably be like, I don't know, what's the scope of the stuff exactly you want him to do?
I just want him to. I want to have somebody who can make an instruction test to teach me how to write, or to teach me like the composition skill.
Oh, yeah.
Top 2 or 3?
Yeah, I would say ob 2. That's no. He's no. I'm sorry. Ob 3 resources.
Cool.
You could haggle to 2 if you wanted to.
I don't have that skill.
Then
I guess I could try. But
it can go in the opposite direction.
I think the way like
since you put it that way, 4.
I think the thing is that like he tries, instead of like haggling, he tries to like convince him using suasion, and that's like why it just doesn't work. You know what I mean? That's why he just like can't do it.
Can you IOU it? Can you IOU it to Swan?
Well, I'm gonna ask for some help here. I think would Swan help me with this? Can I access Swan's line of credit here?
Here's what this guy says. This is what he probably says. He says something to the effect of, the best writers find something within themselves. It's in their blood, and it comes out on the page. And that's where the real magic lies. And, well, just how the blood spills out on the page, coin is Abadar's blood. Spill it. One's out his hand.
Okay, I know exactly what I want to do here. I want to like try to impress this guy.
Not blood magic, Nightbeer.
Basically, what I want to do here is I want to use my faith magic to use a miracle to essentially like conjure these coins from the air. And
wow,
what the fuck, dude?
Wow,
and
you're gonna make it rain?
Yeah. And
I
so
love you.
and so my intent here is essentially like, I want this guy to realize that there's a higher power at play. I want this guy to see this as more than just like, I'm throwing coins at a job. I want to get this guy on my side. Okay. I want him to be like, holy shit, I need to help this guy because God wants me to help
instead of holy shit, this guy prints money.
mean, look. That's why it helps. That's why I can do this. Is because like it's a lot harder to convince somebody to follow God if you're not handing them $100 bill at the same time.
Well, I mean, it just seems like somebody should just, dude. People should just fucking kidnap you and just be like, money or no food, money. Make that money thing work. More money. Give me more money.
I want to be very clear here. Is people in chat are going, faith to do parlor tricks. That's not what this is at all. I have a belief on the line that says I need to learn how to write from the best writer. This guy is the best writer. If I can convince this guy to be a part of my crusade, that makes it that much more likely that I can get everyone else to rally behind Swan and not die when the storm comes to kill them all.
That's so hard. That's so hard to do. But
I love you, Sam, but I want you to fail this.
Cool.
I love you, but I want you to
Let me look
fail.
at it. I just want to make sure a trait that I'm thinking of doesn't do anything particularly that makes this hard for you. If it's
Get
just
the
a character
aid
trait.
dice from Swan having the chosen one trait because you're doing this in his honor. That's the haggle die right there. That's the one you know you're never gonna get.
Never mind. Okay, that's not nearly at all what I thought Jaded does. Okay.
Jade is about bloodshed.
Yeah.
Mostly.
Yep. Okay.
Cool. So I will take one extra die of help from my magic staff. And I'm looking at an OB5, which is pretty tough for me to get. Good thing when I fail.
I believe. I have faith. No!
Oh, man, I'm actually really close here. I'm going to reroll with some fate here.
Yeah, reroll as traitor.
Isn't Faith automatically open?
Yeah, he can still spend a fate to reroll as traitor.
Oh, okay.
Yes!
I don't have to use my magic trait call on.
Yeah.
Okay.
Can I narrate how this happens, or do you want to? Yeah. So I think he is still holding out his hand, right? And I just reach out and clasp his hand, and as we're doing that, my hand, the hand just starts to fill up with coins, and coins just spill out onto the table, running through the hands as it becomes too full. And all of the coins are minted with a depiction of the key of Abadar on one side and Swan's face on the other.
I can't use this. This is counterfeited money.
Yeah, this is literally counterfeit money, right?
Well, it's just gold pieces.
I know. I'm just playing with you. I thought it would be funny.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, can he actually?
Listen, Swan will pay 2 gold pieces for one of these gold pieces, so he can put it on his wall.
Right. I mean, it's worth its weight in gold, right? Because it's gold.
Yeah, exactly.
He's like, well, since you put it that way, let's get started. And,
I'm I think I just nod to him and I'm saying, I have a feeling we're going to have an excellent relationship, the two of us.
Are you seducing him? No. Okay. Cool. Yeah, so you have a trainer.
Sweet.
Listen, Eric, stop trying to play the chat, bro.
I played whoever I want. Okay.
It's already been fucking.
Oh, that was
shits
scene
galore
3.
this episode.
Yeah. Whoops, that was scene 3. We're in scene 4. Okay. Yeah. So are we gonna go over to the Queen's Chamber for this one, and then back to Swilius?
I'll take it.
Okay. Cool.
I think before Swan goes into the chamber,
Yeah.
he's checking his back rig sheath just to make sure that the sword is loose enough he can pull it out and stab a sorcerer to death in case he needs it. He's not subtle about it at all.
All right.
Just walking beside base, he's just like, oh, is it? Seems like it's on there.
Why are you carrying that shit on your back? That looks so stupid.
It's amazing. Listen, it's the Swan hereditary.
You look like an idiot.
Style. You look like an idiot. I mean, he immediately starts ranting. You look like an idiot. Look at your clothes. You've let yourself go, Mason. You're drinking all the time. You don't wear nice clothes anymore. You're still wearing the same uniform I bought you 3 months ago. I wear a new suit of clothing every day. I'm not saying you have to follow my example, but you can't just wear one uniform for 90 days straight. That's ridiculous. People don't do that.
Look, red and black is not my color, okay? I don't want. Shh, be quiet. We're approaching.
Well, just get a red and black Coke or something, and
you still look stupid with a thing on your back.
You look stupid with anything.
Okay. So, I mean, obviously the guards are going to stop you from entering your chamber.
We're here on the Regent's orders. Skid.
Yeah. They're like, okay. They believe you.
Good.
Right? Well, because
it's true.
Lying, yeah, but also, I mean, lying about that would be pretty fucking severe too.
Yeah,
I mean, that is something Mason would do, though.
Yes, it is.
Yeah,
but,
it's true.
You know.
Yeah. Okay. So, oh, it's you. They say like the doctor was looking. It's funny. The doctor, I think, was looking. Mentioned you a couple times.
Really?
Yeah.
Me?
Come in. No. Yeah. They look at you. They're talking to Mason, obviously, and they okay. They let you in, and yep. You see the queen's resting in the bed, fine. I mean, she's clearly knocked out, like she's unconscious.
Is Bobo there?
Yeah.
Cool.
I'm sorry. What the fuck is what?
Bobo.
His name's Bobo.
Who the fuck is Bobo?
That's the
doctor.
Name.
Is that his name?
Yeah.
Bobo.
Oh, that's right. His name's Boba Fett. I forgot about that.
Marquis Swan. And I whisper as I say this, right? I'm just Marquis Swan.
Yes.
Bobo of Cheliax.
Yeah. He addresses you with all formal respect.
Is he doing any weird wizarding shit?
No.
Should I kill him? No, I mean, I'm
no.
saying this.
It looks like it looks like she looks ill. She looks pale. You know, but otherwise, there's no like markings. There's nothing. And he's just there, like maybe like getting her water or something like that, right?
Mm?
Just literally just tending to her.
Mason, fix this.
Just before we like as you say this, like I exchange a look with you, I'm like, I got you, right? You don't have to be afraid of this guy. I got you.
Yeah.
I'm gonna interfere with Boba then to give Mason an opportunity to go inspect the queen.
Yep.
I'm gonna be like,
he insists she needs a rest while you guys like are doing your
Boba,
thing.
Why don't you come over here with me and let's talk about what your services cost?
Please, we shouldn't be talking. She needs her rest. Let's talk outside.
Of course. Yeah, no problem with that at all. Here, come over here to this table. Things that have happened on or near this table, you wouldn't believe.
Mason, and no, he's saying like Mason. She needs her. He's cautioning you. Like,
yeah,
she should not be disturbed.
I walk over to him. I recognize what Swan is doing, and I don't want to like interrupt him. He can still do it, but I want to like go over to him quickly and be like, "I get it. I'm not interrupting her. I just want to have a look. Do you know what's wrong with her?"
I don't think there's enough time between the conversations for him to be able to explain that stuff.
Cool.
Right?
Yeah, so basically,
she's got summoning sickness.
He's telling you no.
She tried to summon something, but it can't attack on its first turn, so she's got to wait for the mana to untap.
It's a great Guardians of the Galaxy reference in the chat, by the way. All right. So I want to go have a look at her, right? And I'm making it clear to Bobo, I'm like being subtle and quiet, and I just want to have a look. And basically, I'm not a doctor, and I can't fucking doctor anything. If this is a mundane sickness, I wouldn't know. But what I'm looking for is marks of sorcery and the supernatural and spellcraft. So I want to take a look at her person using my sorcery skill and my second sight.
Okay. So is that actually just more perception or observation?
It's just perception. But what I'm using here is the reason I'm saying sorcery is because I'm using my knowledge of sorcery to identify shit.
Sure.
Yeah.
So the question is whether or not you find one. So I feel like the question is actually perception based or observation.
So the way
your second sight permits you to do it.
Yeah, second sight lets you roll perception to see if something is magic or not. If you want more details than that, it's aura reading.
Yeah, perfect.
I am going to do that. I'm going to take my time doing it. So I'm going to add a modifier of 1. Will you allow me to take advantage for my specialty in this? For being gifted and all that shit. I can't fork into a stat test, so...
No.
Okay. So this is as good as it's going to get. It's perception plus 1 for being careful. Let's do. What's the obstacle and what is the failure condition?
The obstacle is... I guess it would be based on the spell. So I have to...
Yeah, the more powerful the magic, the easier it is to see with the second sight.
Is it a versus test? Like, I'm just do...
No, it's just the difficulty is based on the power of the magic affecting her, if there is magic at work.
So basically...
powerful stuff, up 1, weaker, lesser.
4.
All right. Up 4, let's rock. I am going to. Do I care enough about this? I actually do, because I am invested in both Swan and Noleski's well-being. So I'm going to put Arthur towards this. Yeah, let's just rock it. Okay, I'm putting 2 Arthur towards this. Fuck it. Let's put 3. 3. Let's do it. There we go.
Nice.
Well done.
Yeah.
Let's spend a fate on that. Is there 1 or 2? There are 2. Okay. There we go.
Okay.
All right. Success. I identify the property of the magic affecting her and what's wrong.
Yeah. Behind her ear. So a symbol doesn't always have to be a rune, right? It can be something else.
You're talking about a mark?
Yeah, the mark.
I don't think so.
You're correct. A symbol is literally just like any icon that means something.
Yeah. So, yeah, I think you spot very tiny behind her ear. Is I don't know if you can you can't read Infernal, right?
I have symbology. I don't have the language Infernal.
Okay, so then I mean it's obviously some sort of symbology, occult related.
So there is an important
But you haven't seen it
here.
before.
There's a very important distinction based on the power level of the thing that she is marked by. So if it's a lesser spirit, like the dead or minor spirits, it is a symbol. And if it's anything more powerful than that, it's a scar tattoo. So based on what it is, Mason would have a good idea of how powerful it is.
Okay. Yeah. So it's a scar.
All right.
Okay,
so there's something powerful has affected her. And due to my successful test on second sight, right, I'm not just locating a scar. I'm seeing the pattern of the magic touching her. What is actually happening? What is this? What spell? What malign effect?
Make me have to look at the book about this shit.
Yeah, I know.
Mason is literally sitting there just like, I see what's happening here. You're face to face with devils and it's strange.
So in case this is an effect,
yeah, okay. Well, I don't know what it is in the book, but it's possession.
She is possessed.
Yes.
Can I divine from being able to see the aura how long this will last? Like, is it just like a battery just like glowing in the night, or is this like fading? And
you would have to there's not enough information to glean from here. You would have to either ask him or see where the ritual was and get an idea.
All right.
You lack the context to frame that question.
But
yeah, you're moving towards the aura reading skill with that, I think.
Yeah.
Based on what I'm looking at.
So she is possessed by a based on the symbol being infernal. She is possessed by a devil of a higher order than minor, which is insanely powerful.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, I think Mason's reaction is to cover their shock, right, and make like just get their player face on, be like, fuck, this is so serious. And just basically right now contemplating whether or not it's better to just light her on fire and be done with it. Then they stand up, they turn around, and they go over to Swan.
Who's talking to Boba right now about the cost of tea in China.
Yeah, and I look to Boba and I'm like, yeah, well, she does seem to have seen better days.
She'll be better, is what
sure.
Boba says confidently.
I nod, I'm like, yeah, I assume she will. Ronald, a moment, please.
Sure. Ronald says, wondering if you need to make a deception test against this guy.
No, does he know that you know? Are you hiding it?
Yes.
So he
That's
knows.
what it takes.
Wait, are you hiding it? Is the answer is yes. Okay.
Yes.
That's what it takes to finally get Mason to make a falsehood test, right?
All right.
Yeah.
Then
because this is the first time anything serious has happened.
This has to be a versus test. This has to be a versus test then, right?
It can be. I can either try acting versus his will or falsehood versus his will. Or it could be versus.
Oh, then maybe it's either acting or falsehood then.
All right. I will
how much you're able to convince
him. I'm so curious. Do you actually have acting?
Nope.
All right, I was gonna say I was so curious if you had it.
Acting.
If
Let's
you
do
displayed
this.
any acting skill at all, Swan would have set you up in the fourth wall.
Time to falsehood.
You don't
And
have
it's
falsehood
just
either, do you?
no, but I will learn it after this test.
I believe falsehood
After
is
this test, the
perception.
room's gonna be on fire.
All right. So, but yeah, so he didn't mind when he knew. So I hope this is okay. What's the failure consequence, though? I guess it's just that he knows, or is there something more?
He knows that you
horrible?
know. No, he knows
Alright.
that you know.
I'll take it. What's his will?
4.
Okay.
The
Yeah,
summoner's will is 4?
Nowhere near. Yeah, it makes sense. It's the average will of people.
Yeah. Okay.
So there we go.
So he knows. So he knows.
yeah, I failed to
says-
properly veil it, and
Yeah.
you can probably feel that too, Swan. I'm
Yeah.
like, I have something I need to fucking talk to you about.
Yeah.
this
So
guy.
so you asked to speak privately to Bobo, right?
No, to Swan.
No, to me.
Oh.
He's talking to me.
No. So I don't think he leaves. He says, "I really should be by her side."
Absolutely, you may.
She
In
was
fact, why
really
don't you-
bad. She was pretty bad not that long ago. I was able to keep her.
We'll step
Okay.
into the bathroom real quick. If you
I
thought my
understand
stories about the
perfectly.
table were crazy, let me tell you about
No,
the bathroom.
you said
Go to the bed. Go to the bed. Take care of her. We won't be bothering you. You don't have to come outside. I'll just talk to the Ronald over here quietly.
He's like, it looks. He's like, I've seen this a lot in Chiliacs, and this is fine, is what he says in a very like diagnosis way. Like
Yeah.
this is normal.
Yeah, I'm sure it is. It's not.
Swan has started to get the idea that
he's
it's
n-
not normal. Like,
He's not.
plotting
Yeah,
this,
he's not being.
just like-
He's not being malicious or anything like that.
No, I get it. Like to him, this is Tuesday, but to me,
Yeah.
this is serious business. So
Yeah.
I do that, right? I say, okay, you can just go to her bedside. Don't leave. Just stay in here and do that. I'll talk to Swan for a moment. And
Step into the bathroom.
yeah, and I look to you and I'm like, this is
You're not
very,
going to want to stand there.
Thank you. This is very serious. I pay you the courtesy of telling you this so you may decide what happens.
Really? I'm actually shocked.
She's possessed.
All right.
And
Will
it's
killing this person in the possession.
no. The creature is in her piggybacking on her soul right now. She's possessed by something powerful. If it gains control of her form, when she rises, it can take control of her mind, and when it does that, it can leverage its powers through her, and it will be terrible.
I mean, the obvious solution here is for me to walk into the next room, stab this guy to death, and for you to go get Aurelius.
Yes, that might work.
All right.
However,
Swan
I don't.
immediately draws his sword. It's just.
I put
gonna
my
start charging
Yeah.
towards this guy. To
I
stab
put
him
my
to death.
arm on your chest, like as you touch your hand to your sword. I'm like, hold on for a moment. If you attack him now, he may kill us both.
Okay, what if I walk towards him and then quick draw my sword and stab him to death?
There is a chance that he can read your mind.
Well,
Now,
he's
what
currently reading a lot of murder on my mind right now.
Yes, but he will also be reading it when you do it. I want you to not kill him. Because if we fail to do something about this, we may need him alive to stop whatever is going to happen.
I feel like this critical junction is where you're about to make a persuasion check.
Yes, I want you to go get Sulius. I will stay here with Natala.
All right. I mean, failure here is he's going to be like, that's not how we do things. You go get Sulius. I'll stab this man to death.
Yes, that's perfectly okay. And I will be there to back you up if he turns around and slays you.
Oh, thank you. Well, that'll be great.
Cool.
I'm glad
Let's
to
do
know
this.
someone will witness my glorious death.
Perception test then. Not perception, persuasion test. Persuasion, forking sorcery. Forking sorcery.
And what's your intention?
My intention is to get Swan to go and get Sulius and not kill this man.
Okay.
My intention is to murder the shit out of him.
So let's see. I'm forking sorcery. I'm forking inconspicuous. I'm forking.
Inconspicuous.
That's a good point. Inconspicuous is what I'm trying to be, right? By speaking low, but it's not a fork. It's just what I'm. It's the flavor of what I'm doing. I am going to fork etiquette. I'm going to... Can I fork anything else? I don't think I can fork anything else. This is about it. Okay, let's do it.
My will is 5. It's too bad I don't get will test for this.
Yeah. All right. Nope.
Holy shit.
Naked, flat, nothing.
All right. Swan just turns around, walks to the next room until he's real close to the guy. And he's just like, can I talk to you for a... Ha! Ha! Like, seriously, no shit. Swan is going to start stabbing this dude to death.
Is
Okay.
Tell me
with
if I need to
you?
roll any dice.
So,
Well, okay.
yeah. What's up?
Well,
Eric's like, listen, I had this really long arc plan for this guy. I didn't know you guys were going to go all anti-sorcerer.
no, it's just that okay. Well,
I got
I
some
didn't
beliefs
I didn't
and
pre-roll his spells that he has up, so that's fine.
I mean, is one of those spells protection from
Turn the
3D
blade,
of
yeah.
steel?
Yeah, it's turn the blade.
I mean, let's talk about it next session then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That can be the dramatic
Then
opening.
we're gonna pick up with that fight real quick.
I can write a
All right.
belief like I'm going to stab this man to death, and then I'll
The
do
end.
it and immediately get persona.
The
I'll get
ending
a D's
series...
point for saving the kingdom. I mean,
The
listen,
the
let's
ending
talk about
series of cuts is like a dramatic rise and like a swell of music that's like very, very full of tension and like building, as Mace is being like, no, you go get Sulius because we might need him alive, and Swan being like, hell no, I got this. And like a close up of you grabbing the hilt of the sword, and then smash cut to Sulius looking into the middle distance like, I sense danger.
Yeah, no, Sulius is just like right, like he's like with the writing guy, and he's like trying to like figure out how to like word this edict. And it's just no. Something's going on. Something's going on.
the little rat snake meat shows up in your window, Sulius.
Oh, that's actually kind of a cool idea.
Oh, yeah.
Like
Actually,
the rat is just like tapping on the window.
yeah. No. I mean, it's in your room because it knows the crevices in your room. It knows the
could never
passages
lock
through
it
the.
out.
Yeah, you can never lock it
Yeah.
out. It knows the passage. It's the rat. That rat knows more about the passages than anybody. Through the castle.
I think Aurelius like sees the rat and like looks at it like confused for a second.
It's a very iconic rat.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and then slowly puts the quill down, stands up, dismisses the what's his name?
I must go.
He's
My
like,
people need
he's
me.
like,
Zap. The voice.
Gavril, take your time.
Yeah.
I'll be back momentarily, and then I just follow the rat out.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
And
well, Eric, you have a whole week to think about how badly you want this fight to end for me.
Yeah, it's kind of.
Yeah.
Just remember, you could just let this happen and let this guy get stabbed in the back 2 or 3 times by a savage blade.
we are
No,
going
I have
to
something.
die.
I have something in my mind that is going to be like you. Ooh, okay.
Here's what's really
So-
going to happen, and this is what happened when I presented a sorcerer opponent. I immediately went to roll the sorcery to keep this sorcerer from being stabbed in an impressive fashion, rolled 0 successes, and the sorcerer passed out.
Nice.
Here, knowing my luck, here's what's going to happen. We are going to start doing this. He will roll to. We will not be able to because he'll be too strong. We will fail one steel test that will cascade into us doing nothing while he mercilessly spanks our buttocks, and then we'll see where it goes from
But
there.
let me tell you about this.
He's going.
insect
No,
I
he's
have
going.
against-
You're going to do a steel test. He's going to freeze you. And he's going to tell you to go pick up some dirt from the floor. Do it quickly. Go through this window. And that's going to be what's going to happen.
I mean,
Yeah.
I had this instinct right here about murdering, betraying sorcerers.
Yeah.
So.
So, yeah. It's only though he didn't betray. So, we'll see.
He let the queen. What?
Nope.
What?
It's true.
No,
she
that's-
asked him to do
it's-
this.
Yeah,
she
she
totally
asked him
for this.
She asked
But
him
he
to do this.
betrayed the country of Brevoy.
He's not British. He doesn't
That
care.
doesn't matter. That doesn't
He was
matter.
paid
Yes.
to do this by the queen.
This is again. This is the patented Count
It
Ronald
doesn't
Swan.
matter
What
where
is
you're
what is treachery?
from. You still betray things when you do.
No.
No. Okay. All right. Let me tell you about this motherfucking Fox News. All right. Does an American run it? No. Is it still a giant piece of garbage? Yes.
Yes.
You don't have to be an American. He actually did betray the queen. Fuck you, Eric. Fuck you.
All right.
Yeah. This
Cool.
is
I I need to make an instinct that says the GM is full of shit, and I always know when that happens.
Yeah. Yep.
Problem. Yeah.
All right.
I promised to help Natala. I guess I'm going to do it. I'm probably gonna kill my teacher.
All right. Let's do Arthas. Let's do some Arths.
Once again, I will be alone.
I can go first because I think I'm pretty quick here.
All right.
So I think I get Persona for finding a teacher to capture men's minds with the written word.
Yep.
I think I played
Should
towards trying to figure out what Mason's hidden agenda is.
Yeah, you absolutely did.
And then I talked to Swan a little bit about Belief 1, but no. Other than that, I think...
You should get Fate for your second belief.
Okay.
Because we talked about it, but this doesn't really require a roll.
Yeah. And then the only other thing, I think I should maybe get Fate for either Faithful or for my Vested trait, because I specifically made it more difficult for myself to convince the writer by trying to take such a religious angle.
Yeah. I'd buy that.
Cool.
Mason.
3 Fate, 1%.
I think I take Fate for all of my beliefs.
I think your first one solved?
The first one is not solved, I think.
Okay.
I mean, so is that the secret of the vanishing, though? That's a good question.
No,
actually.
it's related to it, though.
Yeah, it is. It's a giant step on it. Now I don't need to find out why did the line of kings vanish. Now I need to find out why did the dragons vanish.
Yeah.
All right. So I think I take Fate for all my beliefs. I also think I take Fate for always accept a worthy task, which is what I did here, and I'm totally in trouble for it.
Yeah.
I also take. I think I take Fate for lash out before backing down. Because I did that, and Swan hated on me for it, which is the point. And I will take Fate for risk taker, and I will take Fate for nothing else. So that is 6 Fate, if I counting correctly.
I think so. So you have a lot of Fate, no Persona.
Yep.
Swimming
and I am down to 2 Persona, so... Ugh.
I only have 1.
Round Swan.
I think I get Fate for Belief 1 about creating an order of anti-mages.
Yep, Slightemir. Yeah.
Fate for Church Theological Administration. And then I'd like to take Fate for Imperious and Pompous, which showed up
several times.
Today.
Yeah, that's cool.
Literally anytime I open my mouth toward Mason.
Yeah. Let's see. Mold Breaker. Anybody? Is that one of the ones we do at the end right now?
I don't think anyone played against
Embodiment, though? Embodiment, right? Embodiment happens every session.
Yes.
Who wants to nominate people for Embodiment?
I would look to Swan personally. I enjoyed a lot of what was going on.
I was about to say I liked a lot of I thought Swan was good today with the scene with like making Aurelius' family and like his interaction with Mason was very good.
Chat's confused about my relationship status with Mason.
Complicated. Mason, you said something really funny in the session. I don't remember what it was. It was between you and Swan. You said something that was really fucking funny.
I don't remember. I think it was like Swan said. I think I know what you're talking about. Swan said something or other that had like heavy implications, and my response was yes, like just deadpan, being like sure, and then moving on.
I think you were in Fate for humor this session. That's what I'm getting to.
7 Fate. Boom. Now I have enough Fate for life, the universe, and everything.
Yes. And how much Fate do you have? Like 60?
42.
Oh, 42. Oh, of course. I didn't realize that was a reference. Yeah. I'm dumb. All right, guys.
No, it's okay.
Count Ronald Swan.
Yo.
Marquis. Why'd you answer? It's Marquis. Gotcha.
But I'm very busy.
Yeah.
I literally have a meeting that I'm 10 minutes late for.
Oh, okay. Well.
It's all right. We'll get there. I'm Arthur Perkins. I do shows about drawing tabletop stuff now. That was actually a really great show. You should watch it.
Yeah. Okay.
I did GM prep for Silent Legions. Eric showed up and talked about Ethiopia a lot, so now I learned about Ethiopia because I had to research Ethiopia and how it apparently doesn't get conquered ever.
They were the only people not to get conquered by European powers.
Yeah,
it's pretty cool.
Turns out they're really
not the only people, but yeah.
I mean, it turns out they're run by aliens, but
who knew?
Yeah.
Right. Who knew?
Yep.
Cool. Sam, Wizened Fool.
Hey, I am Sam, aka Wizened Fool. I will be playing on Swargula's channel. Oh, not this Tuesday because we are actually off, but usually on Tuesdays. I'm gonna try to be doing some streaming this week, I believe. So keep an eye out for that. Yeah, we'll get that going now that I got this fancy new camera.
Yeah, fancy camera. Next thing you know, you're gonna get a green screen like us, and it's gonna be awesome. Yeah, cool.
That production value, though.
Yeah, Daniel.
Hi everyone, I've been Daniel, and normally when I'm not playing here, you can find me on my YouTube channel, Charisma2AC, where I do other role-playing stuff, or you can find me on twitch.tv/Nearyn, Nearyn, on which I'm presently playing Morrowind, and just like I'm gonna get a schedule out for when I'm gonna play, but we're playing Morrowind. We're doing work for the Magic Mafia presently, digging around with dwarves, doing weird stuff, and enjoying the sweet atmosphere of the world. Yeah, it's been a fun time so far, and it's gonna get even better because that game has so much to offer, and we've barely scratched the surface. So come join me when you find time and want for that.
Yeah. Well, and I'm Eric. I'm EricVulgaris on the internets. Join me in 2 hours where I'm going to be at twitch.tv/Henley running Whiskers and Whiskey, which is a mouse guard game. So we're doing that stuff, which is going to be fun. So that's our jams. I love mouse guard. You can see me do other mouse guard things on Thursdays. Only it's Samurai. I also do Once Upon a Game stuff and a whole lot of things going on this week. A lot of Quiet Year Doggos, part 2. We're going to do a special game with about feminism LARPs this week, which will be fun. And yeah, then we got this. Oh boy, just a lot of stuff going on this week. So
speaking of feminism LARPs, I want to ask you something. Will you? Could I ever persuade you to run Bluebeard's Bride for me? And if so, would you invite me?
Yes, I mean I would only if you weren't playing.
Okay.
No, I'm just kidding.
That was a weird.
That's a weird. Yeah, it's a weird two-part question. Of course, I would. It's a very interesting game. I've seen it played a couple times. I own it. I just haven't read it yet. But yeah, that sounds like something we could do.
Sweet.
For sure.
Thank you.
No problem. Okay, guys, that's it. We're out of here. I'm gonna get some dinner. Take care, everyone. Thanks for tuning in. This has been episode 25 of Burning Crowns. See ya.